So I really want to take the opportunity. This is one of Lisa Strom's students, and significantly, she has one of the most defined and noticeable load moments, applications of force that she produces into the ground at the moment she makes that decision to attack the ground and force out. And so I want us to take a look. We've seen it in three full speed videos, and now we're going to slow it down, and we're going to specifically, like, we're not talking about anything else. We're talking about how athletes should signal neurologically to create load moments within their body. Okay? So one of the things that we have to understand is this squat motion. That's not her load moment. And I'll be posting here later about how research lets us and allows us to know that any type of squatting, and remember, squatting is not just upward and downward. If by position and angle you're still squatted instead of thrusting through your hips and your pelvis, you're still not accessing the hips the way you should. So that's important to remember. And another thing it's important to understand here is this pre-motion that she has, like many that I've talked about, this kind of style does nothing for her, but as an athlete, she has an innate ability to get past it and then get into some good positions afterwards when we talk about angles and access. So as she moves through and we see that squat happen, she does what we've talked about. She gets back to her main height and she falls forward. If we were just to start here and do this fall forward, which is what you'll see another athlete here shortly that does, I want you to see how both shins deepen at their angle and get to the point to where they match. And there's a noticeable moment when she times driving down on both feet. So what you'll see here is you'll see a slight heel collapse in both these Achilles because she's applying force into the ground. As the knee deepens downward, so as you see the knee travel, that's her load moment. We see the Achilles fire, and we see it on both sides. Bang, and then go. This is the type of load moment that we need to create, because what we see here is, well, like I said, there's still a lot of things that we could fix, but these are great positional standpoints because these are trainable positions. We've talked about so many times creating triangles and doing those types of things, and she's in a great position to get deeper into her triangle. What we'll notice is she's a little deep here, and that's what's offsetting the rhythm and timing for her when she gets a little more vertical. But if she were to be, femur's in a good position, if she were to be more at 90 right here, so if we change that angle, if we put the head back where that white line ends, she's going to be a more powerful mover, and she's going to be electric when it comes to her load moment, because then we'd have equal tension to those triangles. But even with this, there is such a significant load moment for her that this is what I'm trying to help you understand and create. These are the things that lead to transmission of force rapidly and quickly so that the tissues create elastic properties to be able to be explosive. This is pure science, and it's really, really nice to see. We see that deepening, push, and everything there is what she's successful with. Everything that happened before, like this squat motion, none of that does anything for her load moment. Her innate sense to do this is what creates her success off the mound. Now, like I said, the triangle could be fixed. She's still throwing the shoulders backwards, and me and Lisa have talked about that. But this is a great example of a pure load moment that we need to create. So there's a great piece here that we need to understand with all our athletes. If they're not creating this type of load moment where we're not seeing those shin angles deepen, and we're not seeing the dual application of pressure into both transverse arches, then we're not setting ourselves up for success to get to the hips like we should.